Thank you so much, Isaiah. And it's really a pleasure as always to be. I mean, this is the most enjoyable part to me of the entire program. And so anyway, it is just an absolute pleasure to be able to host again. And this is our third, okay, our third year. That is the year that we are 5 years in existence. Okay, I'm saying, well, actually six, but it's 3 years that we expanded to do the experiential learning element of it with the virtual innovation challenge and also the critical conversations. And so it's just a thrill. So welcome to everybody. We this and everybody laughs. They say, well, do you look like that? Yes, I do look like that. Anyway, I promise I'll get an update of the picture. Okay, and I'm saying at some point. But anyway, it's just as always absolutely a pleasure. And I'm the CEO and founder of IYAI. Long story on that, how this all came about in terms of introducing youth to American infrastructure, Inc. And I have not regretted one moment of it. It's just all been great working with everybody. Okay, let's keep going, Isaiah. These are, we don't, never do you do any of this work by yourself. I have an absolutely tremendous board. And here they are. And in fact, our vice chair is trying to be able to join a little bit later, but you've got East Coast, West Coast, and Midwest represented here, but they're abs.
Looks like Okay, I just found out who it was. But yes, please, sorry about that. Please keep your microphones off unless you are asked to speak. Sorry about that. Carry on, Dr. Stout.
That's okay. And so here's our members of our board of directors, and then we have if you take it to the next one. And you'll see, and we were also very, very blessed. Our founding, one of our founding board members was Dr. Juanita Jones Abernathy. I don't think she was Reverend Abernathy's wife, one of the original four, if you will, with Dr. Martin Luther King and his family. And I was honored to have her as one of my board members when I was general manager at MARTA. And she used to always say, she said, you know what, if you ever start that nonprofit with youth, I promise you that I will make the time to be a board member, which she did. And she was very actively involved. And quite candidly, the emphasis that we had just had a strategic planning meeting in Atlanta, board meeting, and we did it there so that she would be able to participate. And we have a community builder internship that is named after her, but quite candidly, the absolute emphasis in terms of experiential learning, community building, that is what it is all about. We are not trying to sell infrastructure here at IYAI, okay? Because it's all about the impact that all of these critical sectors, transportation being one of the big four, so they call it lifeline, the impact that we have on people and communities. So for us, it has always been about that. And also, whether a person ever decides that they want to take a career in transportation or infrastructure, we want them to appreciate the fact that it shapes your life. And quite candidly, it's going to play in your neighborhood and in your community, whether you play it or not. And so we really hope to be able to encourage folks to meaningful public and civic engagement and really getting involved. Okay. And so and you'll see how we keep that thread is what runs through our program. Have a fantastic team at IYAI, and we always have groups of individual students that are rotating in and out, but we have Isaiah, our program manager, who actually started as a fellow with the year we were in Chicago. He was just graduating from University of Illinois, Chicago. And so I've been blessed to be able to have him as a key part of this team. Okay. My numero uno in many respects for now going on 4 years. Okay. Shanta is our executive assistant. And then the creative director, the man behind the scenes with all the graphics and everything that come out is Sean Brooks. And he's between Costa Rica and Miami and Atlanta. And so we're just absolutely really honored. And we always have students that are rotating through. Our mission is to motivate and inspire young people to choose infrastructure careers and become tomorrow's infrastructure leaders, skilled workforce, entrepreneurs, innovators and community advocates. Okay. And so, as we say, that's what it's all about. It's really about community building. We always love the innovation challenge. Everybody loves the innovation challenge, and we do too. Okay. But there are three program elements, okay, and various of the organizations participate in all three. They'll participate very strongly in two or whatever, but there are three elements of the program. One of them is career awareness, okay. The other is critical conversations, and our critical conversation we pick with your help, okay. The year before we pick a topic of industry-wide significance, and we always profile that topic to get youth engagement and direct focus on it. And we always do that in May, and that is done intentionally because and here in the States, you have National Infrastructure Week that takes place in May. And most importantly, you also have on the third Friday of every May, you have a National Transportation Day week. And so it is with great intentionality that we pick that point to wind up actually having the big webinar and the big national exposure on what is the topic that has been selected. This past year, it was with a focus, I will get to it in a minute, on bus of the future, and also the very heavily related issue of stopping transit worker assaults. Okay. And in the case of, and we have a survey that goes along with that. That national survey is intentionally still up. We will close it after the APTA annual meeting in mid-September. Last time when we did this, we actually wound up being able to get almost 800 surveys that came in on the Survey Monkey, and we kept the survey up for about 3 months, okay, in addition to all the meetings. So we still encourage you to please answer, because we will in fact pull that information together, and it will in fact wind up resulting in a report that is what the best that we can give in terms of a youth perspective. Okay. And then of course we have the virtual innovation challenge. Let's take it on. Okay. And I'm going to keep saying deepest appreciation to our network, because without you, none of this would happen. And I can't say enough, and I'm going to introduce, well, I'm introducing people, and most of everybody knows everybody, but it's important. It's important because you can't do this work without people who have a belief and that support it. Okay. And so we have been absolutely thrilled after with its 2,000 plus, I think, members, okay, private sector and public sector, has been our longstanding platinum sponsor. And that really helps in terms of being able to do the awards and all of that. And we are extremely appreciate that support and the network that also brings in terms of presenters and people contribute at all different levels. And we are most appreciative of that. And we have some real, what I call the diehards, if you will, that we have depended on in terms of national advisors and partners. The International Transportation Learning Center has been there for us from the beginning. And quite candidly, we would never have been able to quickly make a virtual transition in that pandemic if it had not been for Jack, Pat, and I know the couple of them are in the room, okay, and helping us make that massive transition of taking our work virtual. Of course, and their additional presence is the Transit Workforce Center, Amalgamated Transit Union. I can't say enough about President Costa and the participation of his entire team in any of the areas that we have really gone in to focus on. In this case, I mean, Andrew Falatica, I cannot say enough about the Health and Safety Director for ATU, who really came in big time, okay, to help us with both the bus of the future and the transit worker assault piece. Rich Diaz, I believe, is on. Rich came in, and ATU is always there with ITLC and TWC to start out in that career awareness piece in terms of framing the public transportation sector. And so ATU, ITLC, what can I say about the Minetta Transportation Institute, Dr. Karen Philbrick, Alvarina, and them? We have depended upon them to assist us in terms of particularly the capstone for the big project, the big conversation, because they're the ones. Karen, Dr. Philbrick is the one that we have asked to literally moderate that one, and then have always provided support as well in terms of internships. Okay, so that is just a wonderful. And then Bev Scott and Associates, and I want to do a shout out to a group in the Bay Area. I have known them as colleagues and dear friends through the years, and that is the Allen Group, okay? And they're quite unusual. It is a 3-generation African women, female-owned firm, and I mean, they're not a small one anymore, but they are Miss Laverta Allen, who is the chair, the president, Shotzi Jefferson, her daughter, okay? And I think that Lehman is on the line. Lehman Abrams is typically their representative to our program advisory committee, and they have just been absolutely outstanding in terms of their support of the program from its inception. So that, and then we have many, keep going. So those are national advisors, partners, and that. And then I want to give a particular shout out, my Paul Scatellis, okay, he gets his staff, gets everything lined up. And so I want to bring you a few words from Paul, and then we'll follow up with Karita, who is the Vice President for Workforce Development. Okay, Paul Scatellis.
President and CEO of the American Public Transportation Association, known as APTA. It has been our pleasure to be a longtime supporter of introducing youth to American infrastructure, known as IYAI. And we're proud to be the platinum sponsor for IYAI's 2025 Sustainable Mobility Career Awareness and Innovation Challenge. On behalf of our member organizations, I offer congratulations and express our appreciation to all of this year's participating local hosts, program advisors, speakers, and presenters, and a special round of applause for the Virtual Innovation Challenge teams. I invite you to look at all of the Innovation Challenge team presentations on the IYAI YouTube channel at IYAI Plus. This is Dr. Bev Scott's and IYAI's 3rd year hosting their unique Virtual Innovation Challenge. We continue to be inspired by the creativity, commitment, and collaborative spirit of the young adult teams tackling real-world transportation and mobility challenges. We encourage more of this kind of direct engagement with local communities and the professionals shaping our industry. These efforts are fully aligned with APTA's commitment to telling our story, and most importantly, to motivating, attracting, and retaining a diverse, inclusive, and future-ready workforce, one that understands the critical role public transportation plays in building strong, vibrant communities of all sizes. This year, as IYAI launched its 2025 Critical Conversations series, we're especially pleased to see the focus on transit worker safety, an urgent shared priority across our industry. We look forward to seeing how IYAI's young leaders and community partners explore innovative approaches to this critical issue. Across the transportation sector, our greatest, most valuable asset is our people, and there is no greater challenge or opportunity than ensuring we're able to attract and retain a diverse, well-prepared, and motivated workforce that reflects the communities we serve. It is our pleasure to continue supporting IYAI's efforts to inspire, empower, and connect the next generation of leaders, workforce professionals, and change makers in public transportation.
I thank you, Paul. And now we have Karita Dupree, and Karita, if you would say, she's the Vice President for Workforce Development and Educational Services at APTA, and just a pleasure to work with. Karita. Oh, you're on mute.
Yep, thank you. Sorry, I just realized that.
Okay.
No, I appreciate those words. We enjoy working with you and Isaiah and the whole team at IYAI so much. And Paul really said it. You know, we are proud to be platinum sponsors for 3 years in a row now. We strongly believe in the work you're doing with the Innovation Challenge, with the Bus of the Future conversation, with the employee safety conversation. These are all critical issues. And it's interesting and fun and rewarding to see those topics being explored through the eyes of our youth and our future transportation industry professionals. So looking forward to getting the results today of the Virtual Innovation Challenge. And we always enjoy working with you, Dr. Scott.
It's a real pleasure. And like I can say, and this work is seeded. We're very thrilled that because of all of you, USDOT asked us to actually, and this is why you all keep getting, you say, Bev, if you don't stop having these meetings, I'm not going to stop having the meetings, because they really identified, of all things, the virtual innovation challenge is being a promising human resources practice. Okay. And so because of that, they asked us to do a guidebook and a toolkit so that you can and try to look at how you could even expand the replicability to others. And so that's why you have PAC meetings, okay, on August the 8th, because but that's what it is, because of all of your feedback and the fact that you all are in the program, that your input is so important. But that's been something that you have spawned. And so once again, Karita, we just can't thank you enough, and to everybody who has participated in the program. Okay. And so let us continue on. Okay. These are our local organizers and sponsors for this year. Okay. And so, I mean, we just have our, and I want to say a particular shout out to everybody. Okay. We know that this has been a very, very challenging year for the industry, okay, for people generally, but for the industry. Inflation's up, you know, we don't need to talk about, because I know you all are living it in terms of what's been happening for public transportation, where, you know, and Paul and everybody are in there holding their own. But I mean, it's been a struggle. Okay. And we appreciate that. And we appreciate the time and the energy and the commitment that you have continued to have in terms of supporting the youth and the support for the work that we're doing. And so just can't say enough about that. But this is our wonderful motley crew. Okay. And I want to do a shout out in a couple of areas, because we did ask this year if there were those. Our program has remained focused at 18 and 24 to 25-year-olds, but we definitely are going to go deeper in terms of getting into middle and high schools. And so we asked this year if there were any folks who really wanted to begin walking down that pathway with us, to identify themselves. And several did, but a couple of them that really came forward in Rhode Island, Turnpike and Bridges is really very interested, and they have really been working with high schoolers. And then another that has come forward, and I'm in the area here, but is Africatown in Mobile. They have a middle school that goes back 150 years here, and their interest has also been in how to be able to bring this kind of experiential learning, if you will, to. And then I was just at two younger grades, and I was just at a virtual meeting with a partner we have in Washington, D.C., which is Cardozo, which is where we started our program in 2019. And we will be working with them this year on this whole thing in terms of experiential learning. Okay. And really being able to bring that into the classrooms at the high school and middle level. Nana, I know that we've talked about this too for TTC. So you all just get ready, okay, because we're getting in the water on this in terms of making these opportunities available because one thing we've learned is that you got to have the pipeline. You can't it's very difficult for these programs to be successful trying to get to the 18 to 25-year-olds if we have not done the preparatory work in terms of pipeline development in the local communities at the high school and the middle school level, elementary too. But that has been definitely one of the learnings, if you will, that has really come out of this loud and clear for us, as we have done this work now for really, really the better part of 5.5 years. Okay. And so anyway, with that, here we are. And thank you to each and every one of you. Just once again to all of our presenters, because we have our webinar series and our lunch and learns and all of that. And this are just some of the, these are all of the presenters that we've had during this past year. And then we've also, as we highlighted, the particular focus in terms of critical conversations, the bus of the future and the transit worker assaults. The other thing that we want to really do a shout out to APTA is that they have been wonderful because we have also been able to make a connection with APTA's Emerging Leaders Program. And so in the Emerging Leaders Program, we always make sure that emerging leaders are involved in this portion of the program, everything, but this portion of the program particularly, which is critical conversation. So in this case, you had TTC, Depica, Alexander from MDOT. You'll notice that one of the judges on our judging panel is one of the APTA emerging leaders. So there is a lot of intentionality on this. And I really want to, for this one, for this particular area here of this focus, AC Transit and Toronto Transit Commission from the beginning took the lead on the bus of the future, and then also with transit worker assaults, okay, because the two of them are so deeply related. And again, I can't say enough about Andrew Falatica. He was just absolutely unbelievable. And it's actually been, the work that was done here is actually helping to contribute to two of the TRB projects that are studies that are going on right now in terms of worker safety and health. And so once again, thank you so much. And Natalie Kindred was a representative from Chicago Transit Authority. Here is the link to the survey. Once again, we're intentionally keeping it open until we get through that Boston meeting, okay? Because we're going to be loading the room with, here, click, 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 and share, okay? But, and then we'll get all the results. A special thank you to the judges. Oh my goodness, because it's a weekend, okay, and we kick off on that Friday, but just once again, just a tremendous, I can't thank Leslie Rogers enough. He stepped up to be the chair of, well, he's done this before. So he said, oh, I just need to just say yes from the beginning or you'll haunt me, okay, which I've been haunting him for 40 years now. So he's just, you just can't say enough about Leslie. He has had over 40 years in this business. And I've had the pleasure of walking with him for at least probably about 30 of those years. But the last period in the public side, he had for about 20 years, I think, the roughest regional office of Federal Transit Administration, and that's Region 9. But in that capacity, he was directly responsible for a portfolio of about 20 billion transit projects, some of the most challenging across the country. And so, Leslie, thank you so much. Grace Almeida, our service analyst and expert on sustainability, and she's a graduate of the 2025 APTA Emerging Leaders Program. Justin Augustine with AC Transit just brings tremendous human resources, project management, and community engagement experience to the table. Jose Ramirez, LA Metro, they told us from the beginning, we're going to put our feet in there this year. We're going to get wet. And so one of the ways we help you get wet is that, when you don't have a team, that you'll be on the judges panel, so you know what you're going to be in for. And so Jose, we're just thrilled that LA Metro is aboard, and that he was not even feeling well, okay, and he stuck in there throughout the weekend. So Jose, thank you so much. And Dr. Jamal Scobie, and he's been in the business over 20 years and a senior program officer with Transportation Research Board, National Academies of Sciences. So we try to make sure that we put a really broad-based group together that knows, because you'll see, the topics range considerably. Okay, so thank you so much. Everyone will be receiving, okay, who has participated at one level or another, certificates of participation and certificates of appreciation. And they're just a small token of how important that you all are to all of us and to the program. And I want to say this in terms of results, and we're going to give you some of this and some numbers that we're coming up for the program. But just so that you know, we always get high marks. We always do the program assessments, and we do talking to you, but we also have an anonymous survey that we ask for both the participants in the program and the local host sponsors. What, how are we doing? And quite candidly, thank you. You always give us high marks, but we always want to know what can we do better. Okay. And that's very important to us. And we will do that again this year. But one of the things that because we're in that 18 to 25-year group now, because the first 2 years we were not. Okay. What we're finding is that the program, which I did not expect in the very beginning, that the program has really wound up being viewed, particularly by CEOs and heads of the human resources department, as being something that has been a helping retention, because for those young employees who are there, okay, to be able to have the opportunity to participate. And then in addition to that, what we find is that many of the young people who are coming from the outside have wound up being able to get extended internship opportunities, fellowship opportunities, part-time employment opportunities, and full-time employment opportunities of those who have really wound up participating in the Innovation Challenge, all the way through with the Innovation Challenge. So we'll be in a position to be able to give you some better data on that, but it's working. Okay. All the pieces show you that if you kind of do these things, there's almost like natural, yeah, you're great, you're here, we love you, and how can you stay? Okay, I'm saying it winds up taking place. So at this point, I am going to step away. I've done, but I from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for helping to be able to make this work possible. Okay. And I'm going to turn it over to the young kids on the block. Okay. To Mr. Isaiah. And remember, we don't want to just reimagine normal. We want to rewrite it. Okay. So take it away, Mr. Isaiah, our program manager.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for the applause. Really, I really appreciate it. No, it's all you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. Like, for no, thank you. Like, I really appreciate all of you guys applauding for me. That really means a lot. Truly. Okay, I will pause it now. You guys didn't hear that part, but as you guys know, my name is Isaiah Chahan. I've been the program manager of the Innovation Challenge this year. If you guys have been active in the program, you guys are familiar with me. I fill many different roles. I've been the tech guy. I've been the person who's emailed/called you. I've been the moderator of a couple webinars. I've been the host of the award ceremony. I've been the honorary secretary of IYAI. I've filled so many different roles. So it is a true honor for me to be here and to speak in front of all of the youth participants and all of our advisors and supporters and sponsors and everyone, all of our stakeholders that take place in the grand IYAI network in the spider web of infrastructures. Very, very cool work that's going on here. This is not about me, though. I wanted to just acknowledge all of the youth participants once more for participating in the program this year. No diss to the last 2 years of the participants, but this year in particular has been one of my favorite. Some of the youth in these groups, these cohorts, are very, very cool. They're coming up with very awesome projects. See, the thing is, I'm 26 years old, and at this point, if you're in the new generation, you'll know that anyone above the age of 22 is considered an old head. So they already call me uncle, they already call me grandpa. So in this case, I'm actually going to embrace that role and be that old role model to say congratulations to all of you guys. I never like to say to people I'm proud of them. I like to say I'm proud to know you guys, because you guys are doing very, very powerful, impactful work. And I can admit that I am not smart enough to come up with the projects that you guys have. And I can admit that. And that just goes to show the very amazing projects that we're going to go through today. But once again, shout out to all of our participants, all of our local host organizers that have been a part of the program this year. Before we get into the actual second, third, and first place award winners, and we hand it over to the chair, Mr. Leslie Rogers, I will announce the Career Awareness Trivia Contest winner that we had last Friday. If you guys didn't know, like Dr. Scott mentioned earlier, in the first portion of our program, Career Awareness Webinars, we upload all those webinars to our YouTube channel at IYAI Plus, and we actually host a $1,000 Kahoot trivia contest. When we were originally brainstorming all this, the one non-negotiable I told Dr. Scott was that it needs to be Kahoot, because Kahoot is the best online quizzing trivia system. I was the best at it in high school, so I needed to make sure it came out in this one. But needless to say, so many members popped out for the trivia contest last week. We had people within the program and also people outside of the program, which is always what we're aiming for. This is open to the public, and it's not just only internal for the IYAI Innovation Challenge Network. We sent it out, we blasted out everywhere. So even anyone who there were so many people who had never heard of introducing youth to American infrastructure before, had never been a part of any kind of programs, and they actually all had very fantastic runs. Due to some of the eligibility reasons for some of the participants, we did end up having to switch around the order for the first place winner of the Innovation Challenge Trivia Contest this year. So if you guys were in the call last Friday, you guys think you might know who actually won, but that's not the case. I'm very proud to announce that the winner of the 2025 Innovation Challenge Trivia Contest is going to be Miss Alondra Martinez Castaneda from the Youth Action Project Ride Splits team. Congratulations to Alondra for being able to get that trivia contest locked in. I see her in the call right now, Alondra. I have
And
just spotlighted you in front
listen,
of everyone. No
I
pressure. I've
know
spotlighted you in front of the entire call. But if you want
that's
to say
right.
any messages, now's your time. Now's your chance to give a speech.
Hi, just gonna say a few words again. First, I want to thank Isaiah and all the judges. I want to do a special thank you to also to Jonathan because I think he's been guiding us throughout this entire journey. And without him, I'm not sure where we would be as Ride Splits. I think I'm really excited to see what Ride Splits does in the future. I think it's really a really good opportunity just to change the whole culture of the United States. I think well, I'm really excited, honestly, to see how everything unravels later today. I'm not sure what to say. Thank you for this opportunity. Um,
Alondra, I'm gonna say you were great, and to just be you can't be over 25 to participate in the program, and they were coming neck and neck. So this is not a consolation because I mean Alondra was right; they were like
mhm,
nipping tuck. It was all the way down to the end. But the gentleman he was 26, okay, and he just couldn't, okay, and that's what, and so it wasn't a giveaway because Alondra was like within points of him because they were just knocking it out, and he was very gracious, okay. But anyway, that's what happened. So anyway, Alondra, keep going, okay. He said to
yeah.
give you his love. That's it.
It was a close, it was really, really
It
One
close.
was
que-
really
it was between
close.
one
I
question, yeah.
was, I was shaking. I'm not sure what else to say. I just think this is really cool that you guys have been able to pull together an innovation contest, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
And you
Yeah.
did a great job because we had about 45 minutes worth of, I mean, those, the thing about it is when you do all these, recorded them and put them, because we're across 4 time zones, you know what I'm saying? You say, but people really had to listen. Okay. That's another reason why we let all this material out because we want more people to know, the more people that know and understand it, the better. And I mean, you came through. I was
Mhm.
there were a few questions I was in there saying, "Oh, wait a minute, let me go back and check." Wait.
Yeah, definitely. I think I really watched those YouTube videos. I was
Nice.
glued. I was like, I have to know everything. And there were some of them I was like, I don't think I know this one. I really don't think I know this one. I'm gonna be honest. There was a few that I didn't even know if they covered that material because I really did not know. I was like, I don't think I remember
Yeah,
that.
I made sure to make them hard this year, so it paid off. But yes, once again, thank you so much to Miss
Thank you.
Alondra Martinez Castaneda from the Youth Action Project team. Ride splits is a very good, very cool concept. And the good thing is, I was not a part of the judging boards. I'm allowed to say that as a neutral party who had nothing to do with the actual scorecards of the program this year. All the programs were amazing. And it's actually a great transition that I bring up that I was not a part of the National Judging Board, the National Judges Panel, if you will, because now will be a fantastic time to transition and call onto the stage Mr. Leslie Rogers, who is the chair of the National Judges Panel. This is the part you've all been waiting for. It's the most anticipated part you guys have all been waiting for. I'm gonna hand it over to Mr. Leslie Rogers to say any words that he wants to, and then we'll get right into the third, second, and first place winners of the 2025 Innovation Challenge. Leslie, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Isaiah, and good day, everyone. I'm very pleased to join this conversation today. Let me thank the team sponsors and advisors and organizers. But more importantly, let me thank the team participants on our 4 excellent teams that were in competition this year. You've earlier were introduced to the other 4 judges on the panel, and I extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to them for their diligence, their thoroughness, and their sense of impartiality that they brought to the effort. So the competition, just to summarize again, included 2 elements: an online submission and then the live virtual team presentation. The online submission included a review of each team's participant, review of their bios, their 3-minute video clip, and a 3 to 5 page written summary of their presentation. And then the live presentation, which constituted the majority of the score, included 2 elements, and those were each team's 15-minute presentation and followed by a 15-minute Q&A session with the judges. So that provides just a summary of our approach to this effort. And it was a very fulfilling experience and very tough for the judges, I assure you. But with that, thank you again, and I'll turn it back to you, Isaiah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Leslie Rogers, the chair. For the record, I've had the privilege to know him for, like 2-3 years now. Fantastic guy. Very class act, even on and off the Zoom call. Fantastic guy. So I had to shout him out and the judges board. All right, guys. You guys, if you guys have been a part of a program before, you guys know what this slide is. Let me hit that music real quick. We had to get the Rocky. That was a Dr. Scott non-negotiable. We had to get the Rocky. This is the time, guys. It's time to announce the 2025 Innovation Challenge awardees. There's a 3rd place, a 2nd place, and a 1st place, and we will be going in reverse order. So we will be announcing in 3rd place first, then 2nd, and 1st. But I think an important note that Alondra and I believe some of the Live Plus people mentioned in the chat is that everyone is a winner.
It's a winner.
Every single
Yes.
team is a winner. And I think Dr. Scott, you did just want to say something right now?
Yep, I did. That's exactly it. Every single one is a winner. Okay. And there are places where people had more kids and the young people in the background, but they could only advance one. Everybody who has participated in the program is a winner. Okay. And so with that, I will turn it back. Okay.
Awesome. All right. Well, you guys have been here for what, 43 minutes now? I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Let me get this drum roll sound effect playing. So, let's find out, guys. And like Ahmed said, just the fact of participating and the care that everyone put, that's the real winner right there. Caring is key, and thank you, everyone. All right. I'm not wasting any more time. Let's get right into it. The 3rd place winner for the 2025 Innovation Challenge this year is going to be the Ride Splits team from Youth Action Project. Congratulations to Youth Action Project, the Ride Splits team, Ahmed Nagy, Pedro Gonzalez, Gabriela Manjares, Habib Nagy, Gary Cervantes Fernandez, Alondra Martinez Castaneda, and Alexis Luevanos. And of course, you guys have the advisors as Mr. Jonathan Bufong. We are going to give you guys a chance. Yeah, see Emily in the chat. Alondra with the double win. We see the double win. Congratulations to Youth Action Project. We will give you guys a chance to deliver your speeches. But before we do that, we are going to showcase to everyone the 3-minute video that you guys have submitted for the 2025 Innovation Challenge.
My name is Alexis Luevanos.
I'm Alondra Martinez.
And I'm Ahmed Burgos.
And we're all part of the Ride Splits team.
Brightsplits is a startup from San Bernardino, California, designed to connect commuters who share similar origins and destinations. We're building the first social media platform focused on carpooling, making it easier, safer, and more affordable for people to share rides. In a region where 73% of people still drive alone due to unreliable public transit, carpooling is one of the few practical options that we have in order to reduce car dependency. Brightsplits allows riders to pay for a seat in a car of a student or worker who is already going the same way, helping them save money while giving drivers a way to earn back on higher gas prices. In the Inland Empire, where residents spend over half their income on housing and transportation, that's just a game changer. Our prototype is already live, and we have 6 developers building the full version, which is set to launch on August 24th of this year. This summer, we're testing with students who are staying in campus through community rides and weekend trips, and then we plan on expanding to the rest of the community of the student body. If we're successful, we'll scale with support from leaders like Congresswoman Norma Torres and SCAC Director Comia Hize, both of whom are looking for a smart mobility solution ahead of big events like the World Cup or the 2028 Olympics.
Car dependency is a major issue across the United States, especially intense here in the Inland Empire. With limited public transit options, most people feel forced to own a car, and for low-income students and workers, that creates a financial strain. Maintenance, gas, insurance, it adds up quickly without a reliable alternative. Car dependency can lead to more traffic, higher emissions, and puts unnecessary pressure on our roads. We need a better solution, and carpooling offers a simple, sustainable, and more affordable way forward.
Safety is a major concern for ride splits, especially here in the Inland Empire, where violent crime has risen, with a 37% increase in aggravated assaults and 51% increase in homicides between 2017 and 2021. Many residents feel uneasy sharing rides with strangers, especially in a region where only a third of homicides led to arrests. On top of that, low digital literacy and accessibility needs create barriers for some of our riders, particularly those who come from low-income backgrounds. And even for those who do have access, carpooling isn't really the norm. Nearly 80% of the Inland Empire residents drive alone, according to census data. So for ride splits, building trust and shifting culture is just as important as building the technology.
Sorry for a little bit of the lag right there. I just experienced some technical difficulties, but if Team Ride Splits may come to the stage, I would like to spotlight the entire team, and I would like to give anyone who would like to be the representative on the team to speak. You are more than welcome to do so. Let's see. Team Ride Splits is tackling the Inland Empire's transportation challenges with a new kind of carpooling app. In a region where public transit is often unreliable and many people are forced to drive alone, Ride Splits helps everyday commuters connect with others going in the same direction. And, the goal is to make getting around more affordable, faster, and better for the environment. By letting people share rides and split costs, the team hopes to reduce traffic, cut emissions, and make car ownership a choice, not a necessity. Ride Splits also help students and low-income workers avoid the pressure of buying older, expensive-to-maintain cars just to access school or work. With a simple, peer-to-peer model and built-in safety features, Ride Splits aims to create a smarter, more connected way to travel. Thank you once again to the Ride Splits team. I will now offer this time for the stage for you guys to deliver any kind of remarks you would like to give. And as I see people begin to speak, I will spotlight everyone. Congratulations once again.
Is it Ahmad? Okay.
Yeah. Whoever wants to speak, it's on you guys for sure.
All right. So first of all, thank you. Thank you for all of the judges for choosing us, and thank you, Dr. Scott, for putting this all together. I think it has an amazing mission, and I think it's really needed in the United States. Something that I think that like we have in common between like Ride Splits and IYAI is that and that's why I really love the saying that like we we're not trying to reimagine normal, we're trying to rewrite it. And as I put in the little survey that I just filled out, we believe seriously that one day carpooling will be the #1 commuting method in the United States. And we hope that as Ride Splits will be the pioneer of this change and will facilitate it. We'll make it we'll change that culture and we'll turn it into a carpooling culture where everyone just will get the best from carpooling. Thank you for all the Ride Splits team. I think everyone did great. I'm honestly very proud to meet you. And yeah, the only thing that I can say is thank you so much, and I'm so happy.
Oh, thank you so much. It's just an honor. And Jonathan Buffon, just a quick note, Youth Action Project has been in the business in the Inland Empire. We have partnered with them for the last, I guess, about 4 years, okay? And they have been in existence for almost 25 years, and they started it's been totally about youth focus and youth involvement. Their early work had all been pretty much in the social services area, and the partnership that we've been able to do is to really bring the focus on infrastructure, careers, and transportation and stuff to bear. So just tremendous, well respected, and just been a delight to be a part of seeing all this happen. So thank you so much, and for the Ride Splits team, and yeah, yay! Okay, I don't want to deviate. Let's keep this party going. Okay, thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Congratulations to Team Rise Bliss, Team Youth Action Project for getting 3rd place. Great concept, great execution you guys have going out there. Again, we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to get right into 2nd place. The 2nd place winner for the 2025 Innovation Challenge this year is going to be the Toronto Transit Commission with Team Tunnel Watch. Congratulations to Rushikesh Amin, Rutak Shaveri, Amara Tabani, Kausera Animashan, Alexa Kuburi. You guys had a fantastic crowd. Shout out to Nana, Michelle Jones, everyone at the TTC that is putting together this entire project. Similar to just like this last format, what we're going to do is we're going to play your guys' 3-minute video, and then we're going to hand over the floor to you guys. So once again, let's see what Toronto Transit Commission had to share with Team Tunnel Watch.
Everyday commuters across Toronto feel the strain of a transit system grappling with aging infrastructure and outdated maintenance practices. Delays, closures, and last-minute disruptions have become familiar and frustrating experiences for TTC riders. In 2024, the TTC spent over $300 million on operational costs, a significant portion of which went towards routine network maintenance and emergency repairs. The current maintenance model is rooted in scheduled or reactive responses. Let's learn more about why this is an issue for all transit agencies.
Beyond financial costs and service disruptions, the current approach to maintenance poses serious risk for workers, which is a critical yet often overlooked consequence. Under TTC's predominantly scheduled and reactive maintenance model, crews are frequently entering into the field with limited visibility into real-time infrastructure conditions. 1 in 7 employees indicated that physical safety of the work environment had a major influence on them leaving the TTC. This reactive approach often requires staff to enter hazardous environments during emergency repairs, last-minute inspections as well. The sheer frequency of these entries, often outside of planned maintenance windows, increases exposure to dangerous situations, including live track areas, electrical systems, and unstable tunnel conditions.
So how exactly can we solve for this?
We propose a modular sensor pod that can be mounted directly onto subway cars, transforming every train into a mobile diagnostic system.
Each sensor will have
LiDAR to detect misalignment or deformation, ultrasonic pulses to identify cracks and fatigue, vibration analysis to flag loose or unstable components, infrared sensors to catch overheating or stress points, and HD cameras with AI tagging to detect visual damage or debris.
As each train runs its route, It becomes a data gathering machine, feeding thousands of data points into a centralized dashboard that puts intelligence into the hands of those who need it the most.
We've created a mock-up of a dashboard of what this will look like.
It features an interactive subway map that instantly shows flagged issues. With a few clicks, workers can view up-to-date photos and data pinpointing the problem's exact location and nature. An AI assistant supports track teams with real-time alerts and predicts future risks, keeping crews informed and ahead of the issues.
This is just the beginning of a system-wide transformation that puts frontline workers at the heart of innovation. Crews will no longer have to respond blindly to emergencies or risk their safety. When we empower the people behind the system, we power the future of transit itself.
Team Tunnel Watch, congratulations to your second place position. Team Tunnel Watch is helping make subway systems safer and more reliable with their Smarter Subways project. Their idea is to install small sensors on working subway cars to constantly check the tracks for problems like cracks, misalignment, or debris before they turn into major issues. This real-time data is sent to a digital dashboard, helping maintenance teams respond faster and avoid dangerous conditions. It also cuts down on expensive service delays and improves safety for workers. By using new technology to track problems early, the TTC team hopes to save money, reduce disruptions, and make public transit more dependable for everyone. Congratulations once again to Team TTC. Now is your chance to deliver any sort of speech or any sort of thank yous or acknowledgements that you guys would like to share. The floor is yours.
Unbelievable.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Rishi. Just want to take a moment to say thank you on behalf of our entire team for allowing us to have this opportunity to be in this program, in this innovation challenge. And really, really proud of our team's efforts for second place. Like, this is a little surreal. I'm just really excited that we won. And also a big shout out to Naina Dewan from TTC. Her guidance and support and encouragement throughout this whole challenge made a huge difference. We couldn't have done it without her and the rest of the TTC team. We had a lot of help from them and, collecting information, getting feedback. So it was very, very helpful to have her on our side. And also wanted to say thank you to our entire team. Like, we put in countless hours, we had lots of ideas, and it was great working with everyone. It was such a privilege. And we're just grateful for to TTC as a whole for believing in this innovation challenge and giving us the space to represent them. And we're really hopeful that predictive maintenance with our solution is going to be the future of transit and subway technology, just to encourage worker safety and improve maintenance processes and service delivery. We really believe in this solution, and it was an awesome opportunity to learn about this whole space. And it was just amazing to see what's happening around North America and globally in the predictive maintenance space. And it was just awesome learning about it. So yeah, thank you to IYAI. Thank you to the judges. And yeah, thank you to everyone involved.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Calcera also
Thank
in the
you so
chat
much.
said, to echo Rishi's points, thank you for the opportunity. It was great to collaborate with the team. And then we also see Naina in the chat, their advisor, who got to say, obviously the clapping emoji and the happy heart face. That was great. But she also said, I was fortunate to witness the behind the scenes. So much amazing effort. Congrats, team. I hope you guys made Canada proud. Needless to say, you guys definitely helped put Canada on the map. So congratulations.
What I can say to you is that I was so happy that I was not a judge, okay?
Right.
Because for the and I swear to you, and one of the things that we do try to do at IYAI is make sure that the work that you do gets the exposure in this industry, because all of you, all of the content, every single one of the teams, unbelievable work. Okay, so I mean, like I said, I was glad I was not a judge, because it was very, very difficult. You did Canada, and you did this industry proud. All of you.
And yeah, and honestly, like even just echoing that, The same thing that I say every single year. Like obviously, like winning the program is obviously great, but the bigger reward being a part of this program is the network you guys get to build. You know what I mean? You guys now have so many like-minded youth participants in this Zoom call right now, and you guys will be able to branch out. We will share your guys' content information. You guys can add each other on LinkedIn, social media, anything you guys need to. But now you guys, by being a part of this program and reaching this far to the program recognition, you guys have now built so many different youth contexts across the country. And I think that's like the coolest part about it. So congratulations.
And that's one of the things that we're going to be bugging you all about, is that we really want to get this community of practice amongst the young people in the industry. So enough of that right now, but that's what we're coming for. And so, but no, do not, I mean, just unbelievable. So now we're going to continue, and here we go. Da, 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 da. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I already know who's gonna win. Why is my heart rate going up? You know what I mean? Why am I getting like scared? I don't know what's going on with that one. But you know what? I'm gonna just press the music. Maybe that helped me lighten up a bit. We all know why we're here. First place. There can only be one first place for the Innovation Challenge. I'm very, very proud to announce the first place winners of the 2025 IYAI Innovation Challenge is going to be the Bay Area Rapid Transit, the Transiteers. They were hunting for the last couple years and they finally strike. Shout out to the Bay Area Rapid Transit. Kimberly's getting hype. Kimberly's getting hype. We got the whole team getting hype. Congratulations to the Bay Area Rapid Transit for coming up with Transiteers. We see all the bolds coming in. Congratulations to everybody. And look, we're gonna give you guys a chance. We're gonna give you guys to deliver your final thank you speeches, your first place speeches. Congratulations to everyone. We're going to play the video that BART has submitted as part of their project first. Before we get into the celebrations, we're going to show you all what the Bay Area Rapid Transit Team, also known as the BARTnators, you guys see their custom logo in the bottom right. Let's show you guys what Transiteers is all about.
We're the BARTnators, and we're focused on solving BART's most urgent problems.
Transit agencies like BART move hundreds of thousands of people every day, but most people don't see or understand the work behind the ride.
There are teams solving problems every day, from station operations and communications to engineering and sustainability.
However, transit agencies are facing a major problem. According to the American Public Transportation Association, a majority of the transit workforce is near or at retirement age.
With many positions left unfilled, transit agencies are struggling to find new people to hire. We spoke with Diana Iwata, a human resource administrator at BART, to learn more about the issue.
There are just so many different occupations that we have here available at BART that I just don't know that the average student may be familiar with, because you don't necessarily have an opportunity to learn about those different positions at BART. Right now, about 30%-ish of our population is eligible to retire. That doesn't mean they're going to retire, but they are eligible to walk out the door today. We have 4,200 folks, and about 30% of them are eligible to retire today. In 5 years, that number is going to be, if we don't do anything, that number is potentially going to rise to 55%.
And as longtime employees retire, we need new people ready to lead. But how do we inspire the next generation of transit riders?
So we asked ourselves, how do we make learning about transit carriers fun, accessible, and hands-on?
Introducing Transiteers, a video game where the player becomes a BART intern. Your job? Complete real-life inspired tasks designed as fun mini-games.
You begin as an intern, working with different departments across BART. As you progress, you'll meet characters inspired by real BART employees and discover the wide range of careers that keep the system running. You might sort trash into compost, recycling, and landfill, or reroute a delayed train. Each game is based on how actual BART departments perform their day-to-day operations. Players can toggle between 3 locations: BART HQ, Downtown Berkeley, and Ashby Station. Each space holds different tasks and departments.
We built the game to simulate real career pathways within BART, so that kids may one day see what it's like to step into those roles.
As you complete challenges, you level up, from intern to team lead to employee, and learn what it means to grow at BART.
We asked Diane, what do you think about Transiteers?
I think it is a great tool to be able to use. It's a less intimidating way to introduce ideas out there to our broader audience. Maybe again, they'll enjoy the game and they'll hear about it and enjoy playing it. And they've never thought about BART as an employer. And now, because of it, it's a unique way for them to engage.
The BART game is one small experience with big impacts.
The Bartonators, a full circle moment for this group. I would like to call onto the stage Marl Johnson, Bhavya Anand, Aaron Chang, and Isaac Santillan, as well as the advisors, Mr. Linton Johnson, Monica Meager. This is now your chance, your time to deliver any kind of speeches, acknowledgments, thank yous. Congratulations once again. The floor is yours. Whoever begins talking, I will spotlight you all. I think I see which room it's going to be. Congratulations.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I guess the third time is a charm. Yes. First of all, I want to thank our amazing team, people like Chief Communications Officer Lisa Trost, who somehow manages to make the impossible look effortless, and to Prem Bajab, our Workforce Development Manager. Prem, your spreadsheet game is unmatched, really inspirational. But big love to all our workforce development team, Cynthia, Kimberly, and Regina, who kept everything running even when the interns were running late. I want to especially thank Rosalind Bowles, Candace Bell, Diane Iwata, Monica Maher, the true behind-the-scenes superheroes. Your mentorship, support, and willingness to listen to our 57th new idea made all the difference. And thank you, judges who volunteered their time. Just to be clear, volunteered, that means no paycheck, just vibes. And we're so grateful to, that you saw the brilliance in what these young people created. And a big shout out to BART Police Chief Kevin Franklin and his entire team. You welcome these interns with open arms and open minds and maybe a few raised eyebrows, but we appreciate your support more than you know. And lastly, to Isaiah, AKA Young Unk, for keeping it real. And to the one and only Dr. Beverly Scott, the fearless founder of IYAI, who continues to show us how to turn vision into action. And of course, I must say the best for last. All right, my interns, stand up. Woohoo, the Linterns! You rolled up your sleeves. You rolled up your sleeves. You pivoted when the plan was clean. You collaborated when the coffee ran out, and turned a great idea into an even better one. You learned that innovation isn't always a straight line, and somehow you made the zigzag look good. Thank you all so much. Keep dreaming big, innovating boldly, and remembering that sometimes the best ideas come from the folks who haven't even graduated yet. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations to Bay Area Rapid Transit, as well as all the winners, all the participants of the 2025 Innovation Challenge. My time, unfortunately, is now up. I know you guys would love to hear me talk for the rest of the day, but now will be the time that I will pass it back to Dr. Beverly Scott. And once again, a congratulations message for everyone. Being a part of this program is very cool for me, just someone who gets to witness all of you guys and just see the networks just increase over time. So congratulations to everyone once more. Dr. Scott, the floor is all yours. Feel free to close this out.
I can tell you just once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. We intend to, every one of these projects, believe me, the industry will know, okay, I'm saying, I mean, just, you've done a remarkable job. I am going to close out, for those of you who have been with us all these years, with it's a piece from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. that is just as relevant today as it was back in 1965 when he delivered this, okay? And it's where I want you to stay lifted. Nothing is impossible. You can live your dream, and nobody can make you be less than somebody, okay? So with that, and remember those surveys and all the work we still have to do to get this the best we can on this virtual innovation challenge guidebook and toolkit together. And thank you to everyone for just your participation in just an unbelievable year. You've all been just major contributors, and thank you. All right.
Is the most important and crucial period of your lives, for what you do now and what you decide now at this age may well determine which way your life shall go And the question is whether you have a proper, a solid, and a sound blueprint. And I want to suggest some of the things that should be in your life's blueprint. Number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance. Secondly, in your life's blueprint, you must have, as a basic principle, the determination to achieve excellence in your various fields of endeavor. You're going to be deciding as the days and the years unfold what you will do in life, what your life's work will be. Once you discover what it will be, set out to do it, and to do it well. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or you fail. Be the best of whatever you are. Finally, in your life's blueprint must be a commitment to the eternal principles of beauty, love, and justice. Well, life for none of us has been a crystal stair, but we must keep moving. We must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl, but by all means, keep moving.
Okay, family, keep moving. Keep moving, and we will see you for 2026. We're going to do just a session for folks in September, but we've got a couple of meetings coming up in August to get your last input, one on the current program, but also on the virtual, making the virtual guidebook. And I can't say enough to everybody again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Unbelievable, unbelievable participants all the way around, into all in the winners, okay, and all of the participants. With much love, you have really done an unbelievable job. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to everyone. We hope you all have a great day. We'll be reaching out to everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, assistant@IYAI.org, or Dr. Scott Beverly at IYAI.org, and we'll be in touch with everyone. Congratulations to everyone once again. We hope everyone has a great rest of the week, and take care in this very hot weather.
That's it. Take care.